Hello, Taurus. This is going to be your reading for this week. So today we are going to be doing a messages from spirit kind of reading. So whatever messages come up, um, we'll just leave it up to spirit. And we are also going to be doing a focus on shadow work as well. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus signs. This reading will be for you. So we're going to get started with the Soul's Journey Oracle cards here first, just to get an overall idea of what Spirit would like to tell you. Okay, 2 cards. Wow. Let's see if we can get anything else. No. Okay, so we have change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement and a worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. All right, so the message is pretty clear here. You are worrying too much about change. So you could be going through a major transformation right now. And actually, we have abundance at the back. So I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So in your case, I do feel whatever this change is, it's going to bring abundance to you. However, that does not make change any easier, right? You know, change scares us, especially when it's change that we don't expect, especially if it's like a tower moment. Not saying this is going to be a tower moment. We'll get into the tarot soon, but yeah, any kind of change is pretty nerve wracking, especially if we don't know the outcome and it's clear that you really don't know the outcome just because you're so worried about it. And so, um, yeah, so change is a very important part of life. So something we just have to deal with. And I do see it being a very abundant change. Maybe you don't see it that way yet. Maybe um, this change, you're perceiving it as a negative change, but it will lead to abundance. Okay, so let's see what this change is. I feel like intuitively you know what this change is, um, just because there's just this energy of worrying about it so much. So you know what this change is, and there may be a message of embracing it as well. If you are faced, I'm getting like 2 of Swords, 2 of Wands energy, um, where you could be faced with a decision right now. Let things stay the same, or change and go forward with this abundance. So let's see, what is this change about? What is this change? So 8 of Swords, 10 of Swords. Okay, so yes, you are definitely there was a situation that you were trapped in, and I feel that if you are not already um, free from it, um, you will be soon, especially with the 10 of Swords here. 10 is all about completion, um, and yeah, it is, like, I'm noticing the heartbreaking here, and it is kind of heartbreaking with this change, just because we have a lot of, or at least you have a lot of worry in your heart here, and this worry is causing your heart to break. You're very worried, and yeah, it's just not a good time. But um 10 of Swords indicates, like, as painful as it can be, it does indicate a new beginning, a new start that is going um to lead to something more abundant for you, right? Ooh, and we have the Magician at the back of the deck. So very clearly, you are definitely, whatever this change is, um, it has to do with your manifestations. That's what I'm getting. It has to do with your manifestations. So this change is happening um, because whatever you've been manifesting wants to come into your life. Um, but you may not be in the correct energy to receive right now. And so that's why this change is happening. Okay. Well, let's see what worry is about. Let's see. What is worry about? Okay, I didn't get to see it before it fell out. Okay, Two of Wands. Yes, so Two of Wands to me also talks about the future. And yes, you are very clearly worried about the outcome here, worried about the future. And so we do have strength at the bottom of the deck. So you do have a lot of inner strength that you can call upon to get through this worry. Um, I think the best piece of advice I could give you right now is just to focus on the present and focus on the abundance that you currently have and realize that even more abundance is making its way towards you, okay? So, honestly, easier said than done, right? But I would say don't worry, because abundance is coming for you, all right? So don't you worry at all. So let's get into the shadow work. It's a very self-explanatory reading, isn't it? Like obviously I'm scared of the future because I don't know what's going to happen, you know. So yeah. Let's see, what does spirit want you to work on? Consider it. Okay. So inconsiderate here. Act with compassion and kindness. Be thoughtful and polite. It just feels better on the inside. So I think this worry and maybe even just this change in general is causing some or triggering some kind of inconsideration within you. I know that when I get, in a negative place, like I'm worrying a lot, I tend to lash out at people. So that could be happening to you as well. So that's why I do think, um, you know how spirit, like, they, like, I'll be saying one thing and then they give a card that kind of just affirms what I was saying. So as I was saying with, like, focus on the present and focus on the blessings that you have right now. I think that's what's going to help with this inconsiderate um, trait. Not that it's a trait of yours, but it's definitely um, what is it? An action maybe, an emotion. I don't know. You know what I mean. But it's definitely something that is coming up just because you are very worried about this change, whatever it is, and so you are tending to lash out at people. Okay, and that's why it's very important to focus on what you have now and be grateful for it. Once again, easier said than done, especially if you do feel like, you know, you're kind of in a bad spot in your life right now and you're thinking, oh, but I don't have anything to be grateful for. And so um, that's when it gets iffy, right? But I do encourage you to try and find some good in your life. Like, you're alive for a reason. There has to be at least one thing you enjoy. Even um, when I struggled with my depression, I like, the one thing that kept me going was like, oh, but I just want to watch my favorite TV show. And so, like, even just those little things um, can really help um, with the, whole gratitude thing. So just things like that. Just be grateful for, the friends that you have, the people that are in your life. If you don't have any people in your life, my bad. But yeah, the only person you really need in your life is you. So, yeah, don't even worry about it just because abundance is coming in for you anyway. So, like, whatever, it's coming in. But this worry here is definitely putting you in a negative state. I don't think that your worrying is delaying the abundance, but it is putting you in a negative space where you might actually miss the blessing. Like it might go over your head just because I'm getting like the Four of Cups energy, where like the cloud is giving this guy a cup, but he's not looking, and so um yeah, that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. Like you might miss the opportunities that are coming your way just because you are so focused on the negatives here. So yeah, once again, easier said than done. So do your best. But let's get even more cards just to see how you can also, um, other than, being grateful for the abundance that you have now, see what else the cards have to say, what other advice they have for you. How can you deal with this or worry? How can you deal with the inconsiderateness, inconsideration? English isn't a good language. Okay. Yes. Yep, that's basically what I was saying. We also have the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So very, very clearly what Spirit is trying to say here is please don't worry about anything. Um, so Knight of Cups and Nine of Wands. I'm just going to switch them around just because I like to have them in order. But yes, so Nine of Wands, Knight of Cups. So um, Nine of Wands, you are very close to getting this abundance here. So please do not give up. You may be angry at the world right now, like especially if this is a manifestation that you have been wanting for a long time. You might be thinking like, oh, why does this have to change in order for my manifestation to come? That kind of deal. Or like, even if you are getting your manifestation, you might even just be worried that you know, change is going to happen later and that manifestation is going to be taken away from you. So I don't see that happening. What I do see is you are very much struggling with keeping positive that things are going to go your way. And that is okay. Um, you just need to um, not worry. And yes, easier said than done here. But nine of swords, it's really an energy of please don't worry. And the best way to do that here is with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, tells me to find love in the little things, find abundance in the little things. So as I was saying, with just like, when I was dealing with my depression, just looking forward to my favorite TV show was what really, um, just kept me going. So find love in the little acts here. You know, the way the way you feel after a good nap, the way you feel after you take a hot shower, stuff like that. All those little things that come with living, all those little luxuries. I think Spirit really wants you to really look forward to those things and romanticize life a little bit more. Romanticize just the littlest things. All right. There's like sometimes like we don't want to romanticize things because we don't want to blow it up. Um, but in this case, romanticizing is really going to help you realize your own abundance that you have. Okay. So, right. That is all the messages that I have for you, Taurus. So if you like this reading, it resonated with you, and you'd like to claim it, please leave a like and a comment. Um, Subscribe if you haven't. You can also share this with other Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus signs if you think they would benefit from it. And yeah, there's also a link in the description that will link you to how to get a personal reading with me if you need one. And yeah, I believe that is it. So I wish you guys the best of luck. I hope you guys stop worrying, and please, please believe that abundance is going to come for you whenever this change happens. This is a good change. I cannot stress that enough. This is a good change. So All right. Please believe that abundance is coming for you. Okay. All right. So I will see you guys next week, and I wish you all the best of luck. Bye bye.